So trying to transfer in more guitar tracks.
Yeah. As we found out here at the Public Record, I think Scott Humphrey had the same problem with Tommy's project. There's a maximum amount of regions that you can import into a session. I've never maxed that out before, but on this project,
as it turns out, we are maxing it out.
It's just, so I gotta create separate sessions and import just the things that have made it from the last phase and try to get everybody in, so it's an equal kind of playing field for all the tracks that have come in. We listen to absolutely everything. We go through everything and listen to it, and that's why it's a bit of a burn now. This post Sunday to Tuesday period is a bit of a lot to do and a lot to go through. But I'm feeling, we're both feeling really great about how this is shaping up.
It's really getting to be a really kick-ass track. I'm really excited about it. The chords are going to be defined for you guys. Frank, can you talk about the function of the bass guitar, though, is going to be in this?
Yeah, so we're approaching bass and keyboards that phase, and I think that the bass, for the most part, just to explain a little bit about how this is going, when we started, we were like, okay, just drums. It's like it was wide open. There was a lot of room for interpretation, and you guys gave us a really wide variety of things. But as things get defined and things are stacked on this pyramid, it starts to become a little bit more critical what the parts are, and the pieces fit together a little bit more intricately. So the bass, unfortunately, being so late in the game, are pretty much in tow with the guitars. It doesn't mean that there's not some spots that we can really shine, and I'm looking forward to having some places where the bass can be more featured. But in the heavy sections, you pretty much got to keep the root down with the guitar. It's an important job, and someone's got to do it. So it could be you and your killer bass tone.
Right.
So you should definitely, you guys should, think about really adding that bottom end, and you may need something like the song is in D. Guitars are dropped for the most part to get the low D.
Right.
Bass can do the same if you have a 4-string bass. If you have a 5-string, even better. Just to really be able to get those low notes without them flapping around, too low. So
right.
5-string might be the way to go.
They tune their E too low. When they're actually using a tuner, Frank, I know we've had this experience before with bands of getting their bass track and that bass just not being in tune. And it's sometimes when it's low like that, it's hard to hear. Can you recommend some tuners or some setup that they can?
Well, I don't think you're gonna have gone that this far without having a tuner around. Make sure you use it. Use it between every take. Bass stays a little bit more stable, but you gotta be watching how much you bend the strings when you're pressing down on the frets. A lot of guys, they get really into something and they really grind in and they pull sharp.
And what about the difference between amping their bass and going direct?
I don't know, either whatever your tone is, definitely want to hear it. There's a lot of records that are made with a really good DI tone. Sometimes difficulty happens when you try to combine the two. A lot of people will take a DI and an amp, but then it's just sometimes it's in either or. It's tough sometimes for the phasing to get perfect.
Right.
But I think a good DI will be fine.
And as far as sending you a mono track versus stereo on a bass?
Yeah, mono's fine. Unless again you're doing a keyboard thing, synth bass. There might be a bit of a stereo spread on that. So
you talked a bit about some of the keyboard or synths and the range and things like that.
Well, this phase is bass and keyboards. It doesn't necessarily mean it all has to be like low end, low bass kind of stuff. So anything, synth, high synth.
Yeah, because we'll have
keyboards.
The chords defined and.
Yeah, do whatever you want on a keyboard. Really, it's open.
Cool. All right, signing off at the Public Record. Give us a rock on, Frank.
All right, guys. So get them, get ready. These stems. Now we have to give you something. So
yeah.
The stems are coming.
Pressure's on us, guys.
All right.
All right. Till next time.
Rock on.
Rock on.